Hey guys, and welcome back to DC YouTube. And lads, it's finally getting warmer here. It's beautiful weather, the trees are getting green, life is good, which is exactly why I'm spending my days locking myself in the bedroom, shouting into a camera, and playing FIFA. Of course, this is no fault of my own. The small matter of the coronavirus has literally shut down my entire freaking life. No more school, no more soccer practice, no more soccer matches, no more soccer matches on the telly. Lads, what am I going to do? I have no purpose in life anymore. But spoiled kids complaining about things aside, let's just get into this video. And what's the topic? Well, I thought I'd just sort of discuss all the lasting repercussions of this coronavirus in the world of football. Of course, this coronavirus hasn't just been affecting football, as pretty much all American sports have been affected by it as well. But to be honest, I'd rather make a YouTube video about the flipping toenail I found in my cafeteria lunch than I would about the MLB. Yeah, American football fans, please don't hammer me down there in the comments, but your sport sucks. Anyway, so I thought I'd just talk about how this has an effect in the world of football, English football specifically, or for the American viewer, soccer. Now let's briefly just discuss how American football will be affected. American soccer. I am of course a DC United fan, and the MLS has already been postponed, I think, for about a month. But I think in the MLS's case, it won't be too badly affected, because even if, let's say, we can only get the season restarted in May or June, we could postpone the season all the way, even to about December. It probably wouldn't be the biggest deal, apart from games being played in Canada, where then, you'll probably have a 3 feet high snow in the stadiums. So I think for the US, it should be okay. The season started at the right time, with us only having played 2 matches, so even if, let's say, we just had to write off this season, it wouldn't really be the end of the world, just because it has only been 2 games. So now then, we get to England, and first proposal is to just end the season now, and however all the tables are looking, we just leave it as is, which means Liverpool win the league, Norwich and Aston Villa, Bournemouth, those are the other 2 teams, they both go down. And then for Champions League, it would be Leicester, Chelsea, and I guess Man United, with Man City being banned. We'll have to see how that goes. And then Europa League will be Wolves, but then there's also the cup competitions, which have an effect on who makes Europa League, so maybe just choose the next 2 teams, then Sheffield and Tottenham as well for Europa League. Other than that, here's the reason that this is an absolutely terrible idea. At the end of the day, while this doesn't really affect too badly the teams up at the top, it has real lasting repercussions for the teams at the bottom. At the end of the day, you can't just relegate 3 teams down to the championship and just say, that's it. It's completely unfair on them. Bournemouth, they're only down their own goal difference, so for them, they'd say, oh, we could have easily gotten out of it. Aston Villa only down there by 2 points. And Norwich, it is 6, but in a relegation battle, anything can happen. They could potentially make it up. I don't see it happening. And again, you can't just relegate a team, and even for Champions League, it is a problem. Sheffield United, they're only a couple points off the top 4 / top 5, and you can't just say to them, oh, you don't make Champions League because the coronavirus hit now, so now you aren't in the top 4, even though we still have 9 games to play. If the Sheffield United fans celebrate promotions by throwing old man through bus shelter roofs, well, imagine how they'd celebrate qualifying for the Champions League. Each and every fan would probably get a tattoo of John Fleck right on their left arse cheek. Please don't, lads. But that's kind of my point. Imagine you can't just take that away from them, that possibility that they could do a miracle, because now they're 2 points off the Champions League with 9 games to go. Whether those 9 games go ahead, we'll have to wait and see, but you just can't take away that possibility of making Champions League football happen for them, welcoming the likes of Messi to Bramall Lane. As an Arsenal fan, I'd probably be a bit ticked off as well, because there's always that very minor possibility that we can make Champions League as well, and for us then we'd be stuck in just no Europe at all for next season. And in Liverpool's case, you can't say they've won the Premier League, because they haven't won it, they haven't mathematically gotten enough points yet, so if you give them the Premier League, you're awarding it to them. With it being Liverpool, there's always a slight possibility that they could always bottle it. There's always a chance that Liverpool go to the back half of Norwich City and 5 very closely related players all score against them, and this cycle gets repeated to all the lower teams, and they ended up not winning the league. The chances are very low, but the fact is they haven't won the league yet. You give it to them now, you're awarding it to them. They haven't won anything. I'm sure the Liverpool fans would take it. They probably have nightly tinkles over even the thought of Liverpool having a Premier League trophy. But it would be really funny if Liverpool end up winning the league, and the only people there to watch it are a couple of stewards. Which takes me on nicely to my next point, which is play the rest of the games behind closed doors, and there are quite a few reasons why this is a ridiculous possibility. The big one is the argument that football is nothing without fans, and yeah, I agree with them. When you watch a game behind closed doors, it's almost just it's just so weird. First of all, you can hear the players, and that's just so ghostly to me. It's almost like watching an American high school game. There's just no noise. It's just like a scrimmage. And I don't feel like there's gonna be the same passion and the same desire. Like, what without fans, the players really want as much to win a trophy. I don't see it. It's like, it's kind of like in youth soccer, like there isn't exactly the desire as much there as that external source, i.e. the fans, that will just push you, motivate you over that final hurdle to win that trophy. Apart from, of course, that one mother who screams the whole game despite not knowing a single thing about football. Kind of like my mum. She'll support me the whole way despite not even knowing what a yellow card is. So as I get one each game, I'm sure she probably thinks I'm getting like gold stars or something. Fact is playing games behind closed doors wouldn't really stop the spread of coronavirus. You remember in the PSG Dortmund game, you literally had all the fans just waiting outside the stadium. Yeah, it's a pretty bad option. And my next option is to just scrap the whole season altogether. And again, it's a really bad option. There are plenty of reasons why. And the main one really is just when teams are doing so well. For example, there's Liverpool. This is their first league title in God knows how long, and then to just have it taken away from them, that would probably hurt. Then there's Leicester City. They're having an unbelievable season. It looks like they'll definitely make Champions League football. Problem is, the games just probably won't happen. So what happens? Then they just don't make Champions League football, and then next season they'll probably get relegated down to the piss pots of Charlton Athletic. I mean, it would suck. Sheffield United, this incredible season they're having, it's gonna mean nothing. I mean, this is a minor miracle just how well they're doing, and it's just, it's just gonna get erased. Like, you can't do that. It's too far into the season. With MLS, I'd understand it. It's 2 games in. With this, there is no way we could have that. Down in the Championship, Leeds having a brilliant season. This could be their first time back in the Premier League in a very long time. I don't even remember how long. And that's just going to be gone as well. Like, you can't do that either. Which means there isn't an easy solution to this. I mean, at the end of the day, we have to choose one of these. We get on to my last solution, which again is a terrible solution. But if you look at this, it's probably the most viable one. Which is, wait for this whole coronavirus thing to blow over, wait for the numbers of, infected amounts to go down. Once we have proper medication, I'm not a doctor, I don't know how this stuff works, but when it starts to go down, if, you think, oh, it's getting safer, then we just finish up the season. I think Champions League, Europa League, we can probably scrap that. All cup competitions, we can scrap that. Just finish up the leagues. It's not too many games left. Euros, I think no matter what, they should be moved to 2021, and then, yeah, the season would probably go into the summer, and I get that's probably a problem, and it might mess up the football calendar. It's 9 games left in the Premier League, 9 and 10 for some teams. If we can just get through it, 5-6 weeks and it's done, then next season might get delayed by a couple of weeks. And I think that's probably the best solution. Just try to finish off the leagues. Forget about Champions League, Europa League. These are cup competitions. Anyone could win it. So it's not like, oh, it's completely unfair. I'm 20 points ahead. Shut up. That's probably the best option. It will have repercussions to the footballing calendar. I get it. But for me, that's the best option. I think that's what we should do. Move the Euros on to next year. We should do that for all the leagues across Europe. Alright, that's the end of the video, lads. Hope you have enjoyed. I was just, giving my thoughts about coronavirus. If you agree with me, give it a like. If you disagree with me, also give me a like. And tell me in the comments what you disagree about. Give it a share. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in a